listen, you got to have some guys. And I got a couple that I absolutely adore, not just because they're colleagues, but because they're genuinely good people. I can say that about Pac. Now, Wes, I'm not going to bust you the whole time. No, you know how I feel, Wes. You know I love you. Wes and I grew up together. Many people forget that, but we grew up on the mean streets of Cary and Apex, shooting hoops together. And look where it's led us, right back to my driveway, Wes, right where it started as a little girl back in, my day when I was just a little wee dribbler and shooter. I don't know if I ever played any defense, but thank you guys for being back for 24 hours and nothing but net. You are incredible supporters, and you've been with me from the beginning.
Debbie, I've always wondered, when you set out to do this, did you think it would get like this?
I had no idea, honestly. Initially, I didn't know if anyone would watch on the live stream. I didn't know if anyone would give, and I didn't even know if I could do it. I mean, I didn't know physically if I could handle it myself, but you tend to over prepare, right? Overtrain or whatever. And the clock is working against me, but I'm doing it.
Hey, Debbie, there is no clock when you're making 97% from the free throw line and all the money's going to charity. I mean, this is not like hanging out at Cameron Indoor Stadium for Kay's last ride. This is even better. I mean, because you're out there sweating in 104-degree temperature out there in Charleston, making everything you look at. And the good news is people are watching, people are entertained, and more importantly, they're invested. And again, this goes to such a great cause, and your heart's in the right place, and you have fun doing it. And when you're able to incorporate idiots like us and everybody else that can jump on board, and you make an easy donation, you put your feet back and go, hey, keep on shooting, lady. It looks good from here. So life is good.
I mean, I can see you right now, Pac, kicking back with your feet with a little something brown in your glass and just watching the free throws. Hopefully they're hitting the bottom of the net, but certainly you guys add entertainment value to what we're doing, right? I mean, total entertainment.
Wow. I would think that, your ability to knock down shots is the real element here, right? I mean, because if you don't knock down the shots, the money doesn't grow. So it's really incumbent upon you. And you got a bunch of cheerleaders is the way I look at it, until somebody says, okay, I'll shoot with Debbie, at least shoot an hour or two or things like that. And I think that's the cool part about what you've got is you've incorporated so many of your friends into this. And, it's not like we all hang out together just in business. Everybody cares about one another in this industry on so many different levels. So I think that's the really unique piece about it. Plus, Pac, it's a Hall of Famer. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Well, let's get something really straight. I'm dealing with two Hall of Famers here. Wes has won the Georgia Broadcasting Hall of Fame. I think he's like up to 23 or 24. Debbie's an official Hall of Famer. And, the only shots I'm knocking down have ice in it, and nobody's paying me. So, Debbie, you get all the advantages in this one, which is a good thing.
I just got my new camp shirts came in yesterday. It says Team Antonelli. It says shoot till your arm falls off. Pac and Durham, listen, you two boys, I'm sending you shirts because I think that Wes will actually shoot, and I think you will do the other shots, Pac, and I think it is a perfect marriage.
Well, let me just say this. I made a vow actually on television on January the 1st that I wanted to start living a little bit better, taking care of myself and going on a wellness program. So when you send the shirt, make it in XL this year because I'm down 55 already in 22. So, maybe I'll throw that little added donation on top of every pound loss the rest of the way. We'll throw this to charity, head your way. But what you're doing is just awesome. And it's such a cool idea. And normally, the best ideas are the ones that are really simple and right in front of you. And this is something everybody can participate in. I think that's the cool thing about it. Again, the bottom line is you put a lot of heavy lifting to this. Folks have gotten involved with it, which is great. It's an ultimate grassroots deal, and all the money goes to such a wonderful cause.
You're so right about that. I mean, how many charity events have you guys played golf in over the years, or events that you've participated in for charity? And I'm like, we've got busy schedules. Like, I can't put on another event that requires all these moving pieces. I thought, if I could just put it on me, like it's on me, I've got to be in shape. I got to make the shots. And then the team around us has been absolutely phenomenal, including you guys who have, Come on now, you guys are awesome. Like, you have been here from the beginning. You've had me on your show. You've helped promote it. You support Special Olympics. You get Frankie and his story. Well, and then Clemson Life. I mean, he just graduated from college, guys. Like, it just blows us away that we even had that kind of experience.
I think the cool part about it is all the people that come together from different pieces of this, right?
Yeah.
And this 4 years, Debbie?
Yeah, this is our 4th year.
I mean, that's the part about it. I mean, you've seen it grown in 4 years, which is really cool too. It was easy to get involved because, you know, most of us that knew you knew Frankie and knew the concept with Special Olympics in South Carolina. But it's when you meet people who then follow into it that you go, okay, well, it's really got some grassroots growth to it, which is, Pac will tell you, that's the hook. That's when you get people from the outside who now jump in. That's the coolest part of the whole deal, I think.
And Debbie, you know what else is neat? And I can say this as a Clemson alum. You know, there's not many things in the state of South Carolina that truly brings everybody together. I mean, there's a lot of things that we love about whether you live down in the, you know, live in the upstate or you live on the coast or the Midlands or whatever. But I think it's awesome that you bring in dignitaries, if you will. And I use that term loosely because you and I and Wes are sitting here having some fun with this. But when you can bring in dignitaries from really all the colleges in the great state of South Carolina that say, hey, listen, you know, we battle on football Saturdays or the hardwood come hoop season or baseball or softball, or whatever the sport may be, because it's a great sporting state. But I think it's cool when you can bring in dignitaries from every institution in the state that come together for one feel good. And that's exactly what this project is. And to me, those are the best ones. Hey, we could disagree whether you love Clemson or South Carolina or Furman or College of Charleston or Coastal Carolina, whatever the case may be.
What about Newberry? What about Wofford?
Whatever.
What about
I mean,
Presbyterian?
you throw them all in there. That's why this thing's so cool. But that's why we can all come together. And believe me, with all the different directions people are getting pulled in this day and age, whether it be college athletics, politics, family, whatever, this one brings people together and for all the right reasons.
Hey, Debbie, here's one more thing. We don't have to worry about NIL or the portal with this either.
Yeah, no one wants me. I'm not transferring. I'm not changing my venue. Retention is a really important part. Training's a really important part. I've got my education. I'm excited about this. This is what, as you said, you guys both said it so well. I mean, it does unify people because if you can do something for someone else, you can make somebody else's world just a little bit easier, a little bit brighter. That's what we're doing. You know, we need the money so that athletes can train and they can compete and they can organize. And as you guys know, I've told this story many times. You know, Frankie is smart and handsome. He's athletic. He has a lot of friends. He's very social. He's very fit. He loves to participate. And he happens to now be a college grad, but he has Down syndrome, and that doesn't define who he is. It's just a piece of who he is. And we work really hard with our 3 boys to make sure that everybody's on the same page. You know, everyone's held to a very high standard here. And, you know, I'm the only portal that I'm interested in is well, that's another portal. I'm not going to talk about that portal right now. That's for outside my house, because the volume of people that have shown up on game day, if you will, has increased, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
So what's the goal? How many are we hitting here? What's our percentage goal? Let's get to the nuts and bolts of this, Pac. I mean, we did the game, Debbie. What's the percentage here?
Well, so I'm averaging 92 over 3 years, and I've had 2 94s and an 89. You know, I mean, if I can keep it over 90, I would be really pleased. But I will tell you guys, honestly, I'm challenged as a competitor, right? I have not had an hour where I haven't missed. I've had a couple of hours where I've missed 2 or 3. I have got to make 100. That's the goal. Like this year, in one of those 24 hours, I have to make all of them. I just haven't done it yet. I got to figure out how to do that. That's my personal goal. But from a money standpoint, the awareness, I can't even measure. But from a financial standpoint, the thing that keeps me going is every hour the money goes up. Each time I get to the top of the hour to shoot, more people have contributed. And there's a lot of grassroots contributions. You know, there are a lot of 25s and a lot of 50s. And I'll tell you this because you guys know this. I mean, the first year, 325 people donated. We raised 85. The second year, 650 people donated. We raised 125. Last year, 980 people donated. We raised over 200. And I know those numbers because I write a handwritten note to every single person thanking them because it is so personal to us. And I know what it means to the families in our state and in the 6 other states that are participating with us this year. And it has a definite impact. And we love sport, right? Everyone should experience getting a chance to play.
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep firing it in there at 90% higher. You'll find out that transfer portal, if you have one more year of eligibility left, Debbie, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody sneaks you in there somewhere.
Listen, Pac, Wes knows this about my game because he scouted me since I was about 12. All right. I never went to the free throw line very much in college unless the other team got a technical. Then I would shoot free throws. Otherwise, my game was like Wes's. We were outside the arc, baby. We weren't going inside. We were staying out here.
Heck, nobody raised their hands above their waist on defense with me and Debbie.
Hey, Wes, I would suggest, even though you've won the State of Georgia Hall of Fame, I think it's now up to 35 times since the start of this interview. I could see Debbie outside and people going, "Oh, you got no shot." But with you, I have a feeling somebody's going to be right in your grill, quite frankly.
You'd be surprised back in the day.
Oh man, we had some fun. That's true. I mean, we love to tell that story. Wes, he was talking back then. I mean, he was calling play-by-play when we were kids.
Awful, Pac, just awful.
Great. Well, I can't tell you what it means to me to have you guys as not just as supporters on this, but friends. And I love you both. And I'm so grateful for how you've supported this whole event and what you've done to allow other families like mine have an experience through sport.
It's all our pleasure. You know that. And think the world of you. And hey, I got to meet Frank, Pac. So now I found out who the real marketer is.
That's it. Well, you're right about that. I mean, Debbie's out there making 96%, and Frankie's over there, man. He's got some coin on the side now. He's got it going on now. There's no doubt he's the star of the show.
There's no question. You know what? At the end, with the ceremonial last shot, I don't want to jinx him, but every year he nails it.
Sure he does.
And wait, before I let you go, wait, just one more thing. I mean, I'm still chill bumps over the whole Duke Carolina last game that the 3 of us got to call together in Cameron. Like, I can't let you go without reliving that, because that might be one of the finest moments in my 34-year broadcasting career, is to be able to experience not just that event on Coach K's last home game, but to do it with you two, who have meant so much to basketball across the ACC. I mean, both of your dads and the legacy that they have left in the game. And I'm standing between the two of you on the call, and I'm looking to my left, and Wes is standing there, and I see Woody. And I look to my right, and Pac, you're there, and I see Billy. And it was an incredible moment for me personally to share that with you guys in that environment. Just crazy good.
Well, it was an honor to be there, much less been told, "Hey, here's what we want you guys to do." I would have done that and just served popcorn and Cokes and been completely happy just to be in the building. But it was cool to be there. But hey, it's cool to do a lot of things. And like I said, going back to why we're together today, what you're doing is what's making an impact. We have fun with sports, and we kind of keep it in perspective. But Debbie, what you're doing with this grassroots effort and all the money going to charity, that's what it's all about. That's what life is. It's all about family and giving back to others. And, you know, when you can do that and you can have family and have the ability to impact other folks, it's really, quite frankly, what we're here for.
Yeah, I think the game itself talked about legacies, 40 some years for Coach K at Duke.
Crazy.
And the legacy of fundraising that you've created in now just 4 years is remarkable too. That's the neat part for us, is to be able to help in a small way, like many others who will join you through the event. It's the fact that you can support people, where their mission is, and that's important too.
Well, love you guys, and I can't thank you enough. And you will continue to serve as inspiration for me. I'm thinking like 2, 3 a.m. kind of. It's when I'm going to be drawing back in my memory about you guys and what you've meant to me and to my family, and I appreciate it so much. Thanks,
Debbie. It's great to
Thank
see you. Good luck.